Hello and welcome to Cornish Walking Trails. Today we've come to Flushing. Join us today on a beautiful autumn morning. We're going to walk from Flushing to Mylor. Flushing is on the south coast of Cornwall near Falmouth.
So our walk instructions suggest that we park here in Trefusis Road. This road is found directly after the sailing club in Flushing.
Just taking a little detour down to the beach here at Flushing. Got a brilliant view of Falmouth from here.
Looking across to Falmouth docks and around to the main town of Falmouth. Just waking up on this autumnal morning.
When I was younger, we used to come down on this beach quite a lot. It's not that busy, it's a lot quieter than the beaches over at Falmouth. And I actually learnt to swim on this beach. The other thing I used to do on this beach was collect shells. Such a wide variety of shells. That little one, so pretty, and look. Sea glass and some more.
Sarah's down there looking for sea glass. I wonder what she's found.
Look at that, all different shapes. I think that one is my favourite. Now, leaving the little beach, we're going to rejoin our walk in front of the gig club. What have you got then?
So our inspiration for today's walk is this little book that we picked up. It's Looe and South Cornwall, but we're not in Looe today. We've decided to come to Flushing. It's Flushing, Trefusis and Mylor, a circular walk of about 4 miles, which is a good introduction to the characteristic Fal scenery.
So we've just paid a visit to Flushing Quay and Little Beach. Glorious down there this morning.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
We're now going to cross fields towards Mylor.
Yes.
There's very few instructions in our walkbook. It's amazing actually the difference, isn't it, between a modern day walkbook with a map and turn this and turn that and how many styles you cross to...
I think they expected you to have a bit more common sense years ago.
Yeah, just follow the path. Mind you, it is easy. That's St Anthony Lighthouse in the distance. Beautiful area of Cornwall. I'll put the link at the end to our last walk over there.
Come down onto the foreshore here now, and it looks as if there's a little monument down here. It's just got the initials TB on it. I have to do some research. So I've done a little bit of research, and this stone is actually a marker stone. TB stands for Truro Boundary. This marker, together with an identical one on the opposite bank, marks the boundary between the Truro and Falmouth harbours.
Emerging out of the bushes is my husband. Aren't they gorgeous, having great fun out on the water? Little mirror dinghies.
It was exciting, wasn't it?
What's that?
The race they just said.
Who won?
One with a red sail.
Are you grumpy?
Yeah, coffee.
This is dedicated to camphor and capers. You thought you had Mr. Grumpy.
Coffee.
Smiling now.
Coffee.
So let's have a little explore of Mylor. Lots of pontoons, lots of boats moored up against them. All sorts of boats, different shapes, sizes, sailing boats. Not a sailing boat. There's plenty of activity in the marina today. People working on the boats, people fishing, pleasure cruising in their yachts. And who can blame them on? It was a beautiful day. I'm trying to find an old Falmouth working boat. I think they're over there, look. There's a curious little bylaw here in the River Fal that says that oysters have to be dredged under sail, no motor. The Falmouth working boat has dredged oysters for years. I wonder if that's influenced the way their sails have been rigged. My dad was an RYA instructor when I was a kid, and we used to come down here just to have a mooch around sometimes. One thing I remember is there was an office, not an estate agent, but a yacht agent. Let's go and see if I can find it. Okay, I think it's over there. Let's go and have a look in the window. And Caster, boats for sale, 75,000, 100 grand. So my dad always fancied a catamaran, 411,000 euros. Lots of money. Perhaps that's why we never got one. Anyway, let's leave memory lane and the yacht yard, and we'll go on to the churchyard.
Welcome to St Mylor Church. St Mylor sailed here from Brittany in the 5th century. And there's a photo of his boat.
So although there are very few instructions in our old book, there's lots of information about the historical facts around the church.
Our little book tells us that beside the south door of Mylor Church is the largest and tallest Cornish cross, said originally to have marked the grave of St Mylor himself. It was discovered in 1870, head downward, serving as a prop for the south wall of the church. It is a monolith of granite, 17 feet 6 inches high with a rounded head.
That doesn't look like 17 feet.
That's because 7 feet of it is down there, underground.
So there's a couple of interesting gravestones in this churchyard noted in the book. A gravestone in the churchyard near the east window. Where would east be?
Opposite the west window?
Is that south? Yeah. So the bell tower is generally west, isn't it?
Well, go on then.
Other end.
Well, go the other end then. Which way are you going?
This way. Okay, so this is the east end of the church. Let's go and have a look at a few of these gravestones then. The stone commemorating Thomas James, a smuggler shot by a customs officer. A fisher's seal in luckless hour laid wait, and wilful sent them murderous bale of fate. Ah, what's this here? I think I found it. Yes! I'm just making out. Joseph Crap. Alas, friend Joseph, his end were almost sudden, as thou the mandate came express from heaven. His foot it slipped and he did fall. Help, help, he cries, and that was all. So now that we've explored the churchyard, we need to change books.
Right.
There's very little information in our old book, so we brought a new one with a modern day Ordnance Survey map.
Right. So we can find our way back?
Yeah. So we're here at Mylor Church, and we're going to try and find this route backwards to Flushing. The trouble is the instructions go the other way.
Right.
So the map seems to indicate at the back of the church you cross the road, and there is a public footpath sign, so we're going to give that a try. So we're looking for a little hamlet called Trelew. Do you think it'll be at the end of this?
Trelew?
Yeah.
Do you think they got a loo in Trelew?
Be very convenient, wouldn't it? Got there before you.
Very good. Isn't it?
Do you recognise it?
I do. We used to come here years ago, didn't we?
Yeah.
I haven't been here for about 15 years.
We used to bring the kids down here crabbing,
really
didn't we? bacon on the end of a bit of line.
That's how we feed our kids.
I spy a public footpath sign. Ah, we have a fork. One going that way and one going that way.
I can follow my nose.
Can I trust your nose?
Well, actually, no, we probably want to go that way, don't we?
And so the adventure begins. Let's go over here then. Let's give this one a try.
If we get lost, it just makes it more interesting when you put it on the internet.
So we're a bit lost, aren't we?
We are lost. I think I know where we are.
We know roughly, but not exactly.
Right, this is our better map.
Yes.
Right, I think we are currently about here.
Yes,
Yeah,
but not on
and
the
we
red
should
line.
be more in those trees somewhere. And we're not. We're in a great big field. I could just stand still, put my arms out and scare a few crows off.
We're retracing our steps across quite a large field to try and join up with the map. So Andrew wanted to use the easy walks bit. However, what he failed to do was read the parking instructions and note which way round it went. So he's really grumpy.
I'm never grumpy.
You were grumpy earlier, I've got it on film.
Yeah, I needed coffee.
So we came up there. We're going to try that one now. So we're just climbing down the bank. The good news is there's some water and a defined path up that way. Perhaps we're not so lost now.
This should bring us out onto the road.
Okay.
I did map orientation when I was at school. I wasn't very good at it. I didn't tell you that bit though.
If this is right, cross two fields and join a road.
I can hear a road. I can see a road.
A road. Got them?
Yep.
You alright?
Yeah, if you could just pan across to the sign here, because I'm bowled over to see it. I'm really flushed.
You're trying hard, aren't you?
Is it all a bit?
There is a cattle grid marked on the map. If we can find it, we're on track. Oh, we're going through the gate now. Yay! Just for a minute there, I thought it was all going down the pan. I recognise this now, don't you?
Oh, pull my chain, we're in Flushing.
The 7 stars.
Cheers.
So we've got about a half a mile walk back to our car through this fabulous little village. It's got some of the most beautiful houses, all beautifully kept, maintained. Idyllic. What does our guidebook tell us about Flushing?
So it says Flushing. It says a warm and sunny little village. Dutch families are said to have founded a small settlement here long before Falmouth came into being. They called it Flushing after the Dutch port of that name.
Loved our walk today. Winged it a bit.
We took inspiration from a lovely book from the 1960s.
Tried to marry it up with a new one. Failed miserably.
Got lost.
Great fun. I've had a great day though.
Oh, it's a beautiful place to come and explore. Really enjoyed it. Flushing is gorgeous.
Thoroughly recommended.
Yeah.